Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're talking about how do we do smart contracts, not just smart contract but smart contract with confidentiality. So we're talking about the Phala Network, a blockchain that seeks to make data private when it comes to smart contract and does Web3 analytics. So we'll talk about all that in a bit. So first introduction, you already know that data is the fuel that powers the 21st century economy. You know that. So when a lot of projects are raising money for a platform like Facebook and Instagram and the rest of them, the first question that VCs and investors ask them is, how are you going to make money? And the answer usually boils to, well, we'll make money with data. So there is a lot of money with data right now, right? But as users, you go on the website, you agree to a policy, you accept cookies, you do a lot of things, right? And then for example, you sign up for Facebook takes your data, and then they share this data with third-party apps, probably using some protocols like Zero Authenticate. I know that a lot of protocols, and not only with third-party apps, advertisers also, they get access to your data, their own ads against it, against your preference, what you like, what you don't like, the interest and all that. And then there are some parties who will go through the established protocols, like third-party apps, the hackers, they want to get access to your data, and we've seen a lot of breach. And then we'll talk about some of the breach. One of them is Facebook Cambridge Analytica. We saw the issue there. Another is Canva losing data to 150 million of 150 million users. We're talking about Equifax that was ordered to pay like almost $600 million as a result of. Everybody's aware of the Equifax hack. And then we'll talk about Adobe, 38 million users. We're talking about Yahoo, 3 billion users. We're talking about eBay, and the list goes on and on, right? Now, if you talk about an approach towards privacy, we have approach using coins, cryptocurrencies for payment and all that. Talking about marketplaces, privacy marketplaces like Syscoin and all that, and not talking about blockchain, but they are not really effective. You could say, let's create a database that is enforceable by smart contract, but that smart contract is really good. Well, you could see all the data from Etherscan, even their companies like CipherTrace and all that could help define the link transactions and see what is going on on this smart contract. And there are a lot of things that actually happen, right? Now, that leads us to what we call confidential smart contracts. So, what are confidential smart contracts? There are smart contracts, you already know what are smart contracts that can execute them by themselves, that are deterministic and that are verifiable. And not only that, you introduce confidentiality to this contract, right? So, these are things that you should be aware of. So, confidentiality to a smart contract equals confidential smart contract. Why is this necessary? Is because just you and you alone should own your data. Because the data is yours, right? Now, how is this possible? So Phala Network uses what we call the trusted execution environment. So one of the things about them is that it uses hardware level isolation. So like the Intel SGS, and we have ARM, Trust Zone and all that. They are trusted execution environments are basically isolated spaces within your hardware, within the CPU, that are abstracted from the normal process on the CPU. So you can call them like a fortress inside your CPU. So even if the hacker gets hold of the software or the hardware, and you are rest assured that the program inside that trusted execution environment will execute. So you can say that the hacker cannot hack the trusted execution environment. So we talk about trusted execution and there's confidential privacy and all that, because the hacker cannot get access to the information. And one of the things you have to know is that using these hardwares, they are not enough, right? You need something that is spread around everywhere, and that is where Phala Network is actually coming. So Phala Network combines a lot of these platforms, trusted execution, nodes of trusted execution environment. So you take these a lot of trusted execution environments. People that have nodes using trusted execution environment, they run these nodes and they are able to validate transactions and do computation around smart contracts with confidentiality on the platform. So as you can actually see from it. So why is this necessary? Because this is necessary because we want to be able to verify that something is running and do such in a very private way. And you want to also composability and interoperability. One of the things you have to know is that currently, though there are some approach towards privacy with smart contract, but many of them are not interoperable. They just stick to one particular chain like Ethereum or whatever chain. So to help with interoperability, that is where this Phala Network that comes in. So we're talking about cross-chain computation. That is where Phala Network comes in. So another product they have is the Google Analytics decentralized alternative. Now, a lot of projects, even crypto projects, they use Google Analytics for doing a lot of analytical work and other on the website. How about we bring something called the Web3 Analytics, where you could track data on your website and still retain privacy. So, and then the users also retain privacy. So there is a demo on the website you can actually go through. And then another thing again is Libra will definitely gain traction, though there is a lot of backlash from the decentralized world, especially those in crypto and those from the centralized world. Probably the Senate in the US and many countries are trying to say, wait, this is not going to work because it's going to cause instability in our currency and a lot of things. Definitely it's going to gain traction. Why? Because of the project behind it, Facebook. But how do we implement a blockchain or decentralized version of Libra? And that is where in the private way, that is where the Peel Libra project actually comes in. So Phala Network is a project that is actually working with this, right? So there is more details on that. And then for this platform to actually scale it was built using Polkadot. So Phala Network is actually a parachute built using Substrate and it's attached to Polkadot for user security and scalability. And if you want to learn more about this project, there are links that you can actually follow. Thank you very much and bye.